people of the world, this is my name, sTuart, and tip is for you. It is a tiny Tuesday tip. If we're being perfectly honest, I'm recording several of these tiny tips today. I made a little list, and I've made it to this fourth one on the list, and it says knob tib with a question mark. I wrote this list out a couple days ago. I don't know what knob tib means, so we're on a little journey today to figure out what knob tib means. My best guess is that it's supposed to say knob tip, and I just had a analog typo and wrote tib. That sounds like something I would do. Also, there is a question mark, which makes me think I didn't know what it meant when I wrote it down either. It probably has something to do with knobs. Oh, golly gee whiz, just spilled a lot of water. It probably has to do with one of these knobs, because those are pretty much the only knobs. It's either that or this, but I never call these knobs. I call these tuners, so it's got to be about these. Knob tip. I've already talked about the volume knob a bunch. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about today. People of the world, I've figured it out. This is my tip for how I remove the knobs. This is such a worthless tip. It doesn't count. This guitar is different, but let me show you a picture really quick. I'm not wasting your time. You're wasting my time. Fender guitar knobs. Let me just show you a picture really quick. You know the knobs that look like this. You've seen those before. You guys know all about it. Let's find one on a guitar. No, I don't need to show you another picture of a knob. I don't know if this has ever happened to you. Maybe you're changing something with the electronics in your guitar. You're cleaning it off. Maybe it has the plastic wrap from when it was new, and you can tell there's a little bit stuck under the knob there, and you can hear it, and you really want to get rid of it, but it's under the knob, so you can't reach it. So you go, no problem. I'm just going to pull the knob off. But then you try to pull the knob off, and it's stuck on there so tight, you can't even get that knob off of there. That's what she said. And then you may have gone like, no problem, I'm just gonna use a flathead screwdriver. So you stick a flathead screwdriver under there and you start prying it up. You break that gosh darn knob right off the rails. It's broken. You broke it. Now you have to buy a new one. And that was a vintage one. Your great grandfather gave you that guitar, and now it's worthless, and he's dead. So and he's never gonna forgive you. They do make some special little like soft plastic prying tools that work pretty well. I don't have any of those. Do you know what I do have though? Guitar picks. So this is where most of you can tune out, because this is just not going to help you at all. But check it out. And I'm not going to be able to demonstrate it because these knobs are different. These knobs are a little they have a little screw. Doesn't matter. Watch this. Get a bunch of guitar. Oh, golly gee whiz, what was that? So you get a bunch of guitar picks. I know there's like 50 of them up here, but I just have Here's what you do. You take a pick and you slide it under one side of the knob. Then you take another pick and you slide it under the other side of the knob. Then you take another pick and you slide it under the first pick. Then you take another pick and you slide it under the second pick. Then you take another pick and you slide it under the first pick. You just keep sliding picks underneath each other, and that knob is just gonna inch up a little bit and then pop off. The reason I like this tip, it's very niche, it's very specific, but you want to be able to get those plastic knobs off without breaking the knob, without spending money on a special tool, and without damaging the guitar itself. If you use especially these like Tortex Delrin picks that are not going to scratch or damage anything, you just go pick by pick. It's not too much pressure, it's just a little bit of pressure until the knob just kind of pokes its way up. It's very effective. I truly, seriously, that is how I have removed knobs from every plastic knobbed guitar in my entire life. And I've done it on some very valuable guitars, and it was very safe, very responsible. I'm a very responsible person overall, very wholesome as well. I do have some vices, but they're not that bad. And they don't hurt anybody else. They only hurt myself. For example, I do occasionally like to play blackjack. That's not a crime, depending on where you live. I guess it is a crime, like if you're not in a place where that's legal, but that's the case with anything. If you lived in a place where drinking water was illegal, that would be a crime. So I think you need to think before you speak, because you're embarrassing yourself, quite frankly.